Welcome to Seth's Daily Podcast here on Nighthawk Radio. To listen to Nighthawk Radio, go to nighthawk-radio.com. Seth's Daily Podcast is on every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also check us out on YouTube, Spotify, YouTube Music, Rumble, Facebook, everywhere you find good podcasts. We're blessed enough to have an interview with the newest show to Nighthawk Radio. You guys introduce yourself. How are you guys doing today?
Hi, good. I'm Jill. I'm Steph, and
We're from the Bantering
we
Banshees.
are the Bantering Banshees.
I just wanted to do it so bad.
I know. Yeah, I just wanted to do like our usual introduction.
Go ahead.
That's
Go
pretty
ahead.
much how our show always starts off. But yeah, we are the Banshees of the Bantering Banshees.
And we do a lot of like paranormal history.
Mm-hmm.
So we really dive into why something would have been haunted, why it started, where it was built, what happened that created whatever spirits might be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we dive into the spirits that are still there and what you could experience if you went.
And we will double down on that as much as possible, and we will investigate the places sometimes, not all of them because we're not close to everything, but we are in New England, which has plenty of haunted history. So everything is about a 2 to 4 hour drive away, which makes everything really doable. And so we also like to investigate on the stories that we cover and kind of be able to give our own accounts of interactions or experiences we've had to just kind of be like, well, here's another reason why this place is a little extra spooky.
But I feel like it makes it even more real to people because we're like, all right, these are the things that you could feel. And then something will happen on camera and we're like,
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did that just really happen to us? We were talking about it and now it actually happened. And so I feel like it makes our episode even more real because we're like, so you really could see this or you really could hear this.
Right. And it's awesome also because a lot of the times it's not realized until you get home and you're editing.
Yes.
And then you're sending me audio clips and you're like, listen to this. And I'm like, holy cow, that was not there when we were recording. And it's like, it just, I think it adds another layer of kind of
proof.
But something that like sets us apart from just like every other paranormal podcast. Like we don't just talk about it, we investigate it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. That's definitely very different for sure. Very different concept. Definitely.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Granted, we laugh a lot. So if you're looking for a serious podcast, it's not us.
Yeah, click next.
Yeah.
We banter, we laugh. There's plenty of things we get wrong, but
our ADD takes us in a million directions, sometimes very far from what we were actually talking about.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. I feel you.
Trying to keep up with us is almost like a bit of a marathon.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna listen, definitely hold on to your butts because you never know what you're gonna hear.
So it's like a roller coaster kind of.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
definitely,
100%.
And you guys come on every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on nighthawk-radio.com. Hey, I gotta plug that, you know.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, we're going to be plugging it away too. We've got to get that support and that recognition out there.
I appreciate you guys, definitely. And what was your very episode? I mean, your very first episode. I said that backwards. That's ADD.
That's okay. That's me to a T all the time.
Yeah.
That's ADD.
Our first was Omni Parker.
Yeah, that was a doozy.
So our first episode was also our first investigation, which made it really cool. We went to Boston and had just an awesome night. We went on a haunted pub crawl, And it was wonderful because there was so much history behind it, but like really relevant. And we were in bars that were haunted. And towards the end of the tour, the guy was like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to do one more stop. I don't do it for all tours, but you guys have been really good. And he just stops in front of our hotel, and we're like,
what? Why are we here?
What's here? Like, what's at this corner? What are we missing? And he was like, so the Omni Parker. And we were like, oh God. So he told us a phenomenal story. That I don't want to give totally away because I want people to go and listen, but he did tell us a phenomenal story about the hotel. And then later on that night, we went to record and ended up having our first of many technical difficulties for my microphone. There is a running theme of my audio not working on location. We're not sure why. I have been cut off by something in the middle of a comment after I insulted somebody, but you can go listen to that. But so we were like, you know what, let's just take a pause, let's go record, or let's go investigate. And then while we're investigating, something happened, which is very similar to the story that we were told comes from that hotel. And it's like, to be able to hear the story, not know that that story came with the hotel when she first booked it, and then experience something. It was, I mean, goosebumps.
But it was like, there was so much that happened at that hotel, but
so much.
The elevator,
the footsteps,
the sixth floor itself. Like, there was so much that happened that we didn't expect, because it was our first investigation. We were like, oh, we'll probably catch the REM pod going off, and that's probably going to be it.
Yeah.
And so it was insane that we actually caught as much as we did and heard and felt as much as we did.
It was wild.
Yeah.
But it definitely, for that to be our first of these, of like this big journey we were going on, I mean, absolutely hook, line, and sinker. It got us, and we were like, "Oh, we are on! Like, let's go! Let's on to the next."
He was addicted, yeah. I understand that
yeah.
feeling. I'm a former ghost hunter. You get addicted easily.
Yeah, you do.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially
you
after your
search
first
for that.
experience.
Yes, and you really do search for that 100% piece of evidence that just, you know, people can't deny. And seeking that out, there's a bit of a thrill joy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It definitely is. So what's your guys' favorite location to investigate?
Well, mine is the SK Pierce house.
Yeah. Only because, so we haven't investigated the Conjuring house. We only toured it. But I did love going to the Conjuring house. That was
what sparked everything.
That was our very, very first, like, she walked up to me at work and was like, hey, do you want to go do this crazy thing with me? And I was like, okay, sure. And like, after that experience, it was like, we talked about it, and somebody was like, oh, you guys should do a podcast. Ha ha ha. And we were like, yeah. Wait.
We should do a
podcast. So I loved being in the Conjuring house. But I would have to say the Herkimer jail that we did just investigate. We did our first Estes method, and the results we got.
That was insane.
That was it. It was nuts. And watching the video back, and it's like, no, that all happened. Like, it's, I don't know. They're all like, I love all of them.
I love all of them.
I don't know how to pick a favorite.
I feel like SK Pierce, I don't know. It was It was the first, so we went on a couple tours.
Mhm.
And SK Pierce was our last tour before we're like, you know what? I'm done with tours. Let's go actually investigate places on our own.
Yes.
And so I feel like that was the push we needed to get out there and do it by ourselves. And we had such a cool experience at SK Pierce House that we ended up going back and recording there because we loved it so much.
Yeah, because we weren't recording yet.
Yeah.
When we were. So yeah, it was being able to go back and record at that location. That was,
I feel like it just has a piece of my heart.
yeah, it was pretty spectacular and terrifying. Absolutely freaking terrifying. Go listen to that episode if you want to know why it was so terrifying.
Oh, and why Steph can piss anyone off.
Anyone, alive or dead. I have a special talent that not everybody has.
You pissed off a spirit?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes, she did.
I accidentally was calling him by the wrong name, but I was also shaming him for not
keeping his wife warm.
Yeah, because so Sylvester Pierce, even though I called him Stanley when I was yelling at him, he had the only fireplace on the second floor in the house, and it was his bedroom. And so his wife's room, because they do not sleep together back in that time, his wife's room did not have heat. So it was kind of like, oh, well, if you want to be warm, you got to come sleep next to me. And I was like, shame on you, sir. Like you just a dog. And I looked down at our mic receiver and I noticed my lines weren't moving anymore. And you can hear in the episode where my voice comes in over her mic and I'm saying, wait, I'm not recording. And she's like, wait, why are you not recording? And like the microphones charge in the same port that the receiver's in. Everything was at 100% until then. And so then we plugged mine in and we like checked it really quick and it went back to 100%, no problem. So
yeah, he shut you off.
He was like, oh, you think I'm mean? It's like, wait, let me show you how mean I can be. And he was like, yeah, be quiet.
Mm-hmm. Was that your guys' favorite episode doing?
Ooh. I mean, we were giddy schoolgirls going back there. I will say that. We were so excited returning and being able to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
There's something very special about that. About the SK Pierce house and the basement.
And the basement.
I was just listening to another podcast of mine that I'm a huge fan of, Morbid, and they were talking about how they were in a haunted location and how one of the hosts wanted to parkour over the people in front of her going up a staircase because of whatever she felt behind her. And that was exactly to like the very core, like how I felt walking up the stairs from the basement. I had two people in front of me, and if I could have run through them, I would have. That house is something different.
Yeah.
Something very, very different.
Oh, and we caught so much just recording on our podcast without even trying to record anything.
Yeah.
We were catching stuff constantly.
Yep. And going back and hearing it all is just like, yep, that was real. So real.
Was it like negative energy?
No, it was just the house is very alive.
Yeah.
You're always hearing stuff moving. We would hear doors opening and closing, and we were the only people in the house. We would hear the baby carriages moving upstairs.
That's creepy.
It was like a never ending, like the house is completely alive. And then when you're there and you're just quiet, or if you're just chatting, you catch so much stuff. And what we didn't catch, our podcast mics were catching, which was even real. That was so cool.
Yeah. It's funny because we started recording the podcast with the door closed in this one specific room. And then we were like, you know what? Let's open that. I think it might be a good idea to open that. And then later on in the episode, Jill covers the fact that people will hear voices from outside the door of that specific room when the door is closed. So I was like, whew, okay, dodge that bullet. Won't have to experience that. But so we got to record on the third floor, and the woman who was managing the tours at the time, she was like, okay, I'm gonna step out. I'll be gone for a bit. And I want to say we were probably an hour into recording, and we heard a door close, and it was very distinct. And Jill goes, "Oh, that must have been Marianne coming back." And I said, "Well, Jilly, we're on the third floor, and if she's coming in on the first floor, we should not hear the door close that clearly." So it was clearly a door on the second floor that was directly below us, and it was
a never-ending,
constant, non-stop. And we were just trying to record an episode. We were just like, "Hi, we're just here to, be here," and it was nonstop from start to finish.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So yeah, I think that's probably that. Yeah. SK Pierce holds a very special place in our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So you had an interview with Ghost.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they didn't like her.
No. No. And I accept that.
That sounds like a pretty cool house, though.
I'm so glad that they ended up, so they were selling it when we went. We were going to be some of the last people that were ever going to be in the house, and we were really upset about it. And then 4 guys ended up buying it not too long ago, and they're opening it back up. So guess who's probably going to go again?
Are you going to piss off the spirit?
I'm going to try not to this time. I'm going to try to A, remember his name, and B, remember that it was a different time and there were different levels of respect for women. I will try. But we do love that the new owners have the Instagram that they're keeping going, and they're sharing activity on that.
That's really cool.
Which is it's so great.
And they actually shared something this morning of they were doing a tour, and there was a guy on the first floor, and like you can see him standing like where a tour would have been. Mm-hmm. Like they're all just standing around, and they're still on the first floor. And if you zoom up to the third floor, you see a little kid's head, and it is clear. And of course the guys are like, "Oh, well, maybe a kid, got out of the bunch and ran upstairs." And I'm like,
"Oh, bullshit.
You know how big that house is?"
The third floor is the room that is the floor that had the kids' playroom on. So that's why that just makes so much sense that it is. Oh my God.
I was like, if you're bringing your kids to a haunted house, you're not like,
I don't
know where Timmy went.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Well, they said they went to the bathroom. I don't know how they went 2 floors up. That's crazy. No, don't do that.
Yeah. No, that's like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have to go look at that immediately once we log off. But yeah, it's knowing that they are keeping the house open and available to people. It's just,
it's so exciting.
We were so nervous that this piece of history, because it's absolute history that's in there. We were just so nervous that it was going to be lost and privatized, and that option was going to be gone. And knowing that it could possibly be turned into like a bed and breakfast, and we could possibly stay the night and investigate all over. It's like,
That's creepy, though, they got that on the camera. That's creepy.
Yeah, they've been catching quite a bit of evidence when no one's in the house, and I love the fact that they're showing it.
Yep. Because how are you going to explain that?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way to
say something.
You can't explain it.
That's right.
Have you guys seen an apparition there or no?
No.
Mm-mm.
No, you saw one at the Suter house.
Yes. I have not. We've only heard things.
But yeah, we've heard a lot. Whether it be noises, voices.
I'm kind of glad we've never seen anything there yet, because the history of the people that still reside there are a little terrifying.
Yeah.
Between the shadow man in the basement, Bridget the crying lady.
Oh God, poor Bridget.
What's the man's name who burned alive?
Oh God, don't quiz me on that right now.
Okay, well, there's a man who burned alive in his room.
Yeah.
They're not
the rape room.
The greatest spirits that you want to encounter. You don't want to walk past and see them. So I'm kind of glad we've never seen anything and we've only heard things.
Well, heard and felt things. There's definitely, so there's a widow's peak.
Oh God. Oh God. I hate that. No.
There's a widow's peak in the house, because obviously around here, back in that time, that's where women would go to wait for their husbands to come back from sea. And I have always loved a good widow's peak. Love them. And so we were going up these stairs and Jill was in front of me, and almost at the same time as we like went up the stairs, we both had very opposite feelings about being up there. I was ecstatic. I thought it was so cool. She was about to puke and was dizzy.
I just had this like immense feeling that something wasn't right, and then I just started panicking. Like my heart started racing. I felt like I was having a panic attack as we were going up the stairs, and I'm like, Steph, I don't want to be up here. There's some things up here, and we shouldn't be up here. And she's like, "Why? It's beautiful."
I'm like, look at the town. And then of course I'm like, let's take a selfie. Like, yay! I was having a great time, and then she bolted down the stairs, and I do imagine the way you bolted down the stairs is the way I would have bolted up the stairs in the basement if you were not in front of me. But yeah, that house, the experiences we've had there are just so intense.
Yeah.
And we do not do any type of provocation. We don't work with Ouija boards or pendulums or dowsing rod. Like, we don't use anything like that to
entice them to come to us.
We just want to be in their environment and possibly interact with them, but in a really respectful way. So anytime we get overwhelmed with a feeling like that, it's kind of like, oh, hey, this is not what we want right now.
Yeah, that's why I quit ghost hunting for real.
Oh, I'm sure. I just watched 28 Days Haunted on Netflix, and I will say, and I already told her, there was one teen that I was getting like a little Ghost Adventure vibes, a little Zach Bagans vibe. I was like, all right, calm down with your bad self. But watching it and seeing how like being isolated and B in an environment that there could be paranormal activity affecting the energy, I can only imagine how draining that must have been for them. So yeah, I can understand why you would have had to quit.
Yeah, you're right. They like drain people's energy, spirits do.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, by the end of the Herkimer jail, I was done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't even last. So we were supposed to investigate till 2 a.m, and it was like 12, and we were like, I'm like, are you done? She's like, I'm done. Are you done? I was like, I'm done. Like, we've had enough.
Yeah.
So you seen an apparition?
So when we were at the Suter Museum, we haven't actually talked about this on our podcast yet because we forgot. So it's actually coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But we were in the Suter Museum and I immediately got sick again. Anytime I'm around very angry or heavy energy, I get very nauseous, very sick. And then I like to be nice and Bluetooth it to everyone around me so that they feel just as sick as I do. And so me and Steph were really sick. I wasn't feeling good. And we kept running past all of these headless mannequins in wedding dresses. And it was
Ugh.
giving us like the worst feelings ever.
That feeling right there. Exactly.
So then as we were leaving, all of the mannequins would be in like corners. So you couldn't see anything. You wouldn't walk past a room and see the mannequin because they were literally hidden in corners.
And they were in the
second and the third.
Yeah, they weren't in the very first room where we walked in. So you only would have walked past them and they would have been behind you. There would have been nothing in front of you.
And as I was walking out of the house, there was something standing at the threshold to the door to go in to the like parlor area.
Mm-hmm.
And I have never run out of a place so fast. Yeah. That was terrifying.
And I did not see it. And I was only 2 steps in front of her. I saw absolutely nothing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good time.
No, I didn't like the Suter Museum.
No.
Mm-mm.
The dolls are bad enough.
I love dolls, but a headless mannequin in a gown.
I know. I'm scared of that doll right there too, and mannequins. Oof.
Yeah.
Well, that was creepy.
So the most ironic part was before we went investigating that night, we did record and we were having a conversation because my recording, we were talking about how there are accounts of people seeing floating heads and in a basement. And then so we had the conversation, which is scarier, a floating head or a headless body. And she was on team floating head and I was on team headless body. And very quickly, when we walked into that building, the Suter Museum, and we were greeted by at least 8 headless mannequins in white gowns in corners of it was like, I was like, okay, no, team floating head. I will see a floating head any day. Do not show me a headless body ever again. It was, that was some of the most uncomfortable I had felt in a very long time.
Oh, it was awesome.
I was crazy.
Right. Yes, you were right.
Yeah, that's creepy for sure.
Yeah, it was bad. Mm-hmm. I kept thinking anytime we walked past one, it was going to reach out and touch us.
Oh, that was like my biggest fear, especially when we had to go up the stairs and there was one in the corner of the stairs.
Yes.
And I'm screaming, don't touch me. And I was like, please don't move. And Steph's like, Jill, I have to move. And I'm like, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not standing still. She was like, I wasn't talking to you. I was like, oh, good. I am not moving in this place. Don't make me sit still.
So, without going into too much detail, what is this week's episode going to be about? That's airing this Friday.
The one airing this Friday would be the second episode. Oh golly, where's your phone?
This is what happens when we batch record.
Yeah,
because then I'm like, I don't know.
So
My
when we
bad.
started, no. When we started recording, we the mortuary.
Yeah.
What?
It's the mortuary.
No, not Tuesday. What's the second episode we ever recorded?
Oh no, I sent him
our most recent one?
Yeah, no, Queen Mary.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
That's the one that's
he's not going back in time.
Oh, that aired last Friday. Queen Mary did.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so what's coming up this Friday?
Is it the St. Joseph?
I don't know, Jill.
So it's the haunted St. James Hotel.
Okay.
Not St. Joseph.
I know. I was like, I don't
know. It's a St. something.
It's a so it's the first St. James, right?
No, the second.
Oh, the
New
second
Mexico.
one, so the New Mexico one.
Mhm.
So I started investigating the St. James Hotel, and come to find out there are a number of St. James hotels in the country and one across the pond, and they all have a pretty dark history to them. So I did two St. James back to back. One's in Red Wing, Missouri, and the other one is in Cimarron, not Cinnamon, because I do call it Cinnamon in the episode by accident. Cimarron, New Mexico.
I gotta call it cinnamon now on, you know?
It's definitely cinnamon.
She had to correct me, and thank gosh, because I did say at one point, I was like, I'm definitely going to screw this up. And I said it in the time where I didn't even think I said it wrong.
Mhm.
And she ever so gently, she's like, you called it cinnamon. And I was like, I did. Son of a.
I like cinnamon better.
Right. It's easier to remember.
Cinnamon, New Mexico.
So yes. So look up. So it's going to be on the St. James Hotel and in Cimarron, Cinnamon, New Mexico.
I like cinnamon better. Shout out to Cinnamon, New Mexico.
Yes.
It just makes more sense.
I think so.
Mhm.
And cinnamon's great.
It is. You can put it on anything.
Cinnamon, sugar, boom. Boom.
French toast this morning.
Did you?
Yes.
See,
Oh.
cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Helps with the
They're
allergies
like,
too.
okay, enough about the cinnamon.
Right? They're going to be like, yeah, okay, you like cinnamon. We got it.
Cinnamon, New Mexico. I like it.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that has to be a title of the show.
it should be.
It should just be the cinnamon state.
It could be.
Yeah.
We should TM that.
We should TM that.
TM
New
that.
Mexico, the cinnamon state.
Somebody might get offended.
They're like, wow,
Right?
we're actually the state of like, I don't know what they're actually the state
I
of.
don't
but-
either.
I don't know.
UFOs?
No.
Roswell?
Yeah, but I don't think that makes sense.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold, please. We have live action research happening at the moment. What is the state of New Mexico known for?
Cinnamon.
Desert.
Deserts. Now they're going to be even more offended.
That's the desert state.
That is such a letdown. I'm sorry, New Mexico. You guys deserve a better name.
Ain't Skinwalker Ranch out in New Mexico? Maybe.
I think
Maybe.
I think that's Nevada. but
You might be right.
But honestly, 6 of one, half dozen of another.
Hot air ballooning.
In New Mexico?
Yeah, they're the balloon state.
Okay.
I don't actually know what they are.
They've got balloons.
They are the balloon desert cinnamon state.
We're just tying in the cinnamon part.
You will be cinnamon.
You're welcome, guys.
My grandpa's from there. I feel like I can say that.
That was like a California accent type shit. That sounded
Lloyd
like
Lasser
California.
through.
Which one?
What she just said sounded like California.
Oh.
So, in case anyone who listens to Nighthawk but doesn't listen to it on anywhere else, we have a segment called the Actually segment.
Actually.
Where we actually go into the stories of what you could see there, what could happen if you go and visit, what kind of paranormal activity could you find. And it actually stems from the fact that when we were at the Omni Parker house, we were outside of it. Now, mind you, it was a pub crawl. I had been drinking. And he was telling us the story of the Omni Parker house. And I very nicely said, actually, it was built in blah, 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 blah.
She corrected the tour guide.
And he goes, wow, I've never been corrected before.
So in honor of her actually moment, we have our actually segment, and it talks about the fun stuff.
May I add, Max was a freaking blast.
Oh, Max was the
Oh my
best.
gosh. Such a good tour.
Booze and brews out of Boston. Get Max. It's such a good time.
You'll have a blast.
And you learn fun stuff. And
then you get to, tell him where he's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you get to correct him, and he's ever so polite about accepting that.
So you guys talk about like each state?
No, we just kind of pick whatever pulls us in.
Yeah.
Mine, I'm very big on being like, ooh, I really want to hear about a farmhouse tonight. So I'll research different haunted farmhouses, and the one that pulls me in is what I end up researching and talking about.
I love our location where we are. I love New England. I love the history of New England. And there's just so much haunted shit up here. You could literally throw a stone and you're on somebody's great grandmother's family's burial plot that, they see a dead woman in every so often. There's history everywhere around here. Mm-hmm. I have definitely traveled outside of here and looked up and investigated. Obviously, I've been, we did the New Mexico thing, go cinnamon. But I love a haunted hotel. Yeah. I love
and I kind of go outside of the hotel. She's the hotel girl.
Yeah.
I love randomness.
Yes.
I did my own pub crawl.
That was so much freaking fun. I can't wait for the next one.
I did lakes. I kind of go everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Sasquatch.
Yeah. Oof, Sasquatch.
That was a good episode. Sasquatch with Gary. He was so great. He was, oh my gosh. He was very generous. He has his own podcast within the Mist, and he invited us on and was such a gracious host, and then came on to ours and let us pick his brain about the Sasquatch. And
that was so much fun.
That man blew me away with his amount of Sasquatch knowledge. Oh my Lanta.
He was pulling stuff that our mouths never left before.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I was mouth wide open like 90% of it. Thank God it wasn't being recorded. Like
it was.
But we're not posting that.
We did.
Why? I didn't sign consent.
You did.
But I
shoved that waiver at you. It's
yes,
fine.
You did. You did. But he was just everything he was dropping, and it was like the ties he was making. I was just like, oh my gosh, it was awesome. Mm-hmm. It was an awesome interview.
It really was.
Yeah, Bigfoot's interesting and cryptid to talk about for sure.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys have Bigfoot sightings down where you are?
We do. Yep.
Yeah.
I've interviewed some researchers from the state. I've interviewed researchers been on Expedition X and stuff.
Cool. Wow.
Nice.
Oh gosh.
No, I've been blessed. I've been blessed for sure. I've been blessed.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can help you get some interviews for sure.
That would be cool.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Good golly.
Yep.
But I mean, it's October.
It is.
Yeah.
It's finally.
It's spooky month.
It's spooky month.
It's spooky season. We're so happy.
Oh, love this.
It's here. This is our prime time.
Which makes it even more fun because now we're doing episodes that have little games at the end. And
oh my God, they're so much fun. She's made it so great. She puts like these little would you rather games at the end, and it's like some of the questions I'm like, oh, absolutely, like without a doubt. And other ones I'm like, I don't know. There's no right answer here.
I'm like, well, pick.
Yeah, we did a game the other day where I had to choose my ending, but I didn't realize I was going to die either way. So I thought I was choosing an ending where I was going to live. Newsflash, spoiler alert, I did not.
No one leaves the mortuary.
Nobody leaves the mortuary, apparently, which was not disclosed when I started playing.
Ooh, but I do have another one for you.
Of course you do.
And this one has the option where you could make it out alive if you choose correctly.
Sweet. I like that. Give me a 50-50 shot of living. She just gave me certain death. That was not fair.
I don't want to play that game.
Right?
Oh,
My golly.
Who's somebody you guys haven't interviewed that you do want to interview?
ooh. Well, I know mine. It would be Sam and Colby.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they're the whole reason that I got into the paranormal, and they definitely have a special place in my heart for where I was in my life when I started watching them. And they were kind of like my escape. And then doing this and seeing some of the stuff that I've seen and felt and heard and realizing that you do live on, it it made me connect with them even more because I was like, oh my God, what they were feeling and their interactions that they were having, that was all real. Every time that they got scared, every time that they were nervous, that was all real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love them.
Mine would be I know. I guess I would. Mine would be Ash and Elena from
them.
Morbid. They are the first podcast I started listening to ever and instantly fell in love with their demeanor, their sense of humor, their respect towards victims. They are a true crime, less paranormal, but definitely true crime.
Mm-hmm.
But just the way these two vibe off of each other, it made me feel like I finally wasn't alone with my obsession with, true crime and things like that. And then flash forward a few years later and I made this one and I'm like, hey, you've got to listen to this podcast. And she's like, oh my gosh, I love things like that. And then it just took off from there.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Oh my God,
especially now that they're with Sirius.
Oh gosh,
they're back to themselves.
Yeah, they went through like a bit of a weird period where you just kind of felt like they lost their mojo almost.
Mm-hmm. They lost their muchness.
Yeah, their muchness was missing and it's back now and it's like, oh my God, there are the girls and it's such a good time. Mm-hmm. To be able to interview them would
be so cool.
Yeah, that would be right up there with Sam and Colby because oh my gosh, being able to interview Sam and Colby would be a life.
I don't even know if I'd be able to talk. I'd just sit there and I'd be like
changing.
I'd be like, you want to watch a video of you? You want to watch the first video I watched of you?
And now I'll show you my favorite video of you. And then this is my second favorite video of you. They'd be like, great, do you guys have any questions?
No.
Do you want to watch any more videos of you?
I would be fangirling hard.
Oh yeah, I would not know what to say to Ash and Elena. I'd
probably be like, you guys just want to go do a pub crawl?
Right.
I'd be like, let's just go.
Like, we have a good time. Follow us.
Yeah, it's crazy interviewing your heroes for real.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. One day.
Have you interviewed yours?
Yep, I have.
Who's yours?
I have. Mike Goldberg, I've interviewed him. He did UFC. He was the announcer for UFC for like 20 some years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a crazy experience.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. That's a good
one. Yeah, that was a crazy experience for sure. That's definitely my favorite interview I've done for sure.
Yeah, I mean, memorable to say the least.
Absolutely.
It was, yeah. I've been blessed. I've interviewed a few famous people. I've been blessed.
Would you say he's the most famous person?
That's tough. I don't. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I've interviewed Joe Tedai too. He was on Discovery Show Dual Survival. So
Oh wow.
yeah, he was pretty famous. Interviewed the rapper that came up with LL Cool J's name. So
That's so cool.
That's pretty iconic.
yeah,
That's
I've
not
been
one
blessed
you
for
hear
sure.
every day.
No.
Yeah, it was a fun interview too. Um, I've been blessed to meet good people that took me up with interviews though.
That's nice.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll definitely help you guys too, for
Well,
sure.
that would be lovely. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That would be incredible.
Jimmy Hahn would be a fun interview. He's one of the most famous people I've interviewed too. Jimmy Hahn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially from him being around here. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Connecticut.
Mhm.
Yep. It's one of us. He's a nutmegger.
Yeah. We're close to cinnamon or nutmeg.
Cinnamon, New Mexico.
We're like in the seasoning. Like if you're making a pumpkin pie, you put nutmeg and cinnamon.
Oh,
We
now it's Cinnamon, Connecticut. I got you.
yeah. Now we're just gonna move it.
We're cinnameg.
Like,
Yeah.
there we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good combo.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're like, oh my God, what is Connecticut known for? Cinnameg.
What's that? Google it.
They're probably known
Nobody
for
knows.
ESPN.
Yeah, we do. We have ESPN. And also everybody thinks just because you live here, you're rich, but that is not true.
That is very untrue.
Very untrue.
Yeah.
Lies.
Out of it.
Another lie.
Why, Vanessa?
Why?
It's an expensive state for sure.
Yes. Oh yeah, no, that's no bullshit. That is 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we don't all live the life of Greenwich.
No, I wish.
No. Oh yes, I wish.
I was gonna say no.
Yeah, no, yes, I wish. No, we don't live.
I don't want to walk into our job and be like, I just had a facial yesterday and I'm here for another one.
Because I didn't like the way the first one went. We're not pretentious.
No.
We actually can't stand people that are.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys doing the show and stuff. And where can people find you at, like on Spotify and stuff?
We're on everything from Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, all the little ones.
I know there's smaller ones.
Yeah.
That
I think there's like Pod Talk and stuff like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But our big ones are Apple, Spotify, and Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube.
YouTube. Our YouTube is more like when we actually go and do investigations, or if we do an interview, but for the most part, that's all that's on there. We don't actually put our
YouTube isn't our go-to.
Yeah.
Definitely Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon,
Mhm.
I would say are our top three.
Yeah.
Top three winners.
Yeah, YouTube I do decent on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you post videos on there, or do you ever do just audio?
Podcast. No, I do video.
Oh,
Video
okay.
podcast on there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I got one video with like 18K views on there.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Good for you.
We have one with 18 views.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, every view counts for real. I mean,
Just down from yours, just a couple.
Yeah, just like a quarter.
Yeah, we're just missing the K at the end of ours. That's it. It's the only difference.
nah, I've just got lucky. I've had some really good guests. I mean, it's hard. I've been doing this for 5 years though, so
Yeah, we're still babies.
Yeah.
We just hit our 25th episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're still
not
We're
even
very new.
not even a full year into
Yeah.
this. So we're actually very fortunate with the opportunities that we have
Mhm.
been given and people reaching out and being like, hey, we want to feature you, we want to interview you.
Mhm.
Like
That's been really
it's been incredible just feeling like we've been really embraced by this community. And it's like
Mhm.
they don't know us from anybody else, you know. But
I feel like the paranormal community is very untoxic, and like everybody
Yeah.
just wants to like get to know everybody. People are willing to help each other out.
yeah,
It's been
yeah,
awesome.
it is. It's very
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
It's according to who you're meeting.
Oh, I'm
Well, I'm
sure.
sure, but all the people we've met so far have been lovely.
Yes.
Oh, most
knock
people
on,
are great though. Most people are
knock
great.
on
You
wood.
get
Yeah.
like the 2% of people that have egos sky high and they're really down here.
Yeah, I don't think we would ever end up interacting with those people anyway, because we're down here. So
Yeah. I don't see a Zach Bagans interview in our future anytime soon. So I think we get to
I think we're good.
avoid that toxic masculinity.
I think we're good.
His demon button pushing
Yeah,
tendencies.
I don't
Oh
tend
my
to want to
gosh.
push the bad guys.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. That's why on the show last night there was one team and I was like, dude, cut the shit. I was like, you're being a jerk. Stop it.
You just made a spirit cry. Do you feel okay with yourself?
No, he pissed it off and then it tried to possess him.
Oh,
And it was like, well, what did you expect? You pissed it off.
If it's real.
If it's real. There's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Ghost Adventures is
Oh, nah. Nah. We all know the truth.
crickets.
no comment.
We all know the truth. The truth is out. I was a Ghost Hunters fan when I was younger. And the crew that show followed is from Rhode Island. So, a New England team. And it was just like watching them. It's really cool because I remember their earlier episodes before they got like really popular. And it was like they went into every place trying to believe that it wasn't. And it was very much about disproving. And then over time, popularity and everything. And it was like, there was a shift. Still a great show, but things changed.
I appreciate you guys being on for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you
really
so
good.
much.
I appreciate it.
Well,
Everybody have a
thank
good night.
you.
Oh,
You as well.
I appreciate you guys for sure. Everybody check out Nighthawk Radio at nighthawk-radio.com. We have 15 shows right now and we keep growing. Everybody have a good night and God bless.